Self-care, we have not built in the margin. This is a Me Too movement on this morning, that we have not built in the margin to take care of ourselves. Have accepted the leadership role. For those who are standing, we pray for you on this morning, Pastor Gaines. It is not easy to take that leadership space, y'all, and I know that there were more names. I could hear Minister Liz is in the house with me on this morning. I could hear her praying names. And so I want you all to pray the names of the female leaders. I heard God say in prayer this morning that the enemy is forming a weapon against the women, against the female leaders. It'll look like what we already know. It'll look like what it's looked like before. And if we're not careful, we'll just think it's the men being the men. We'll just think it's the good old boys club being the good old boys club. But it's the enemy that's plotting. Why? Why would he come against women right now? Why? Why would he come against the female leadership? Why? Because it's who God is using right now. It's who God is raising up. And I'm all for our brothers. I'm all for the male pastors. On this morning, God said, cover the female leaders. Y'all know that we love our male pastors. On this morning, he said, cover the females. He said that the enemy is building weapons against the women to give us cause to quit and to come down. And so I heard this, and we have to be so mindful of that, women. It's a tendency that we have, and I think it's our sense of community. I think it's our sense to come together with other women, that we cannot get caught in the petty. Yes. Oh, hear that. Jesus. Intercessors, we can't get caught in the petty. Y'all, we got swept up in the petty and who said and what they said and feeding our flesh with the gossip and the noise of everything that's going on. It is a distraction and a weapon. Guard who's supposed to be near you. Those who are not, go ahead and draw a distance. I'm not telling you to start dropping people and kicking people out. That's not it. You have to pull yourself up. You have to come up. We were in Believers prayer conference on last year, and Dr. Parsons said to me, she said, you're going to have to come up. And she told a few of us in the room that same thing. You got to come up. And so we're so busy trying to be one of the girls that we cannot be. You have to come up. God has use of you. And if you are caught down in the petty things, you're going to miss what God wants to do. You're not going to be able to hear because you in your feelings, because she said this and they said that, and you're caught up in junk. We have to come up. And I heard God say this so much in the place of prayer on this morning, that there are those who God has raised up, but that they are so enthralled and caught up in the petty, that they're not hearing, they are not on assignment, they're not doing what God has called them to do. And so he's just going to raise another. They'll wonder why they can't hear. Like, I'm not hearing God say anything. And the danger in that is that they begin to manufacture prophetic word because they can't hear from God. Because they're so used to hearing from God, but now he's not speaking because they are too polluted with the mess that's going on, that he will begin to speak to somebody else, that he'll begin to give voice to somebody else. And that is where we have to be careful. Intercessors, that's where you have to be careful. That we don't sit in prayer and make up some stuff to pray and cannot hear what the Holy Spirit is giving us to pray. That we have to be, God, there's so much happening on this morning. That we have to pull ourselves into him and remain there and throw off all of of the feelings. To get rid of all of the things. Hear this. And often I wonder when the Holy Spirit gives me anything that's for a national and a global stage, even for a local stage. I only know so many people. I can only call and get the message to so many people. But this is a season. Not that it's not always, so don't hear me saying that, but it's time for the women of God to come into a place of prayer and fasting. So that, for one, we can break off those things that have attached to us or that we've gotten into. That we've gotten into some things that we need to be rid of. And that we need to be able to hear what God is saying now. Good morning, Pastor Betty. She said a very critical hour. Pastor Betty, it's so critical. It feels so emergent. But if we're not careful, then we're only paying attention to the low-hanging fruit. And not pulling ourselves into a place of prayer. Into what is God really saying about what we're seeing? What is he really saying about this United States, this presidency, these protests? What is God really saying? What is he really saying about what's happening in the kingdom? Y'all, I didn't even know. I'm just now kind of hearing a little bit of buzz about it. That I guess some of the people, and I don't know if they all black people. I don't know. They're in the kingdom, right? But these are prophets and men and women of God that have platform. And apparently they're really coming at each other in public spaces and on lives and all of that different kind of stuff. And that it's happening out in front of everybody. I don't know what it's all about. I don't know what they're talking about. What I do know is that God is still speaking. And if he can't get to them through all of whatever's going on, then he's going to raise up somebody else. Somebody who can keep their face down in him, so that whatever he wants and he's giving us to enact in this earth, that it will be done. And so hear me say that. And that's on a local level too, that we cannot get caught in pride and ego in the petty things. And we have to be able to come up. That's why this is a time of prayer, fasting, of consecration, of pulling ourselves away from the stuff. And hear this, of taking care of ourselves. Y'all know that always comes up here in this place, but that's because it really is on God's mind. It's on his heart for us to take care of ourselves. Many of us, the boundaries, there is none. The margins, there is none. We're bleeding all over all of the lines. All of the lines are blurred in our lives. Our rest line is blurred. Work line, blurred. Mental health line, blurred. Like it's all just blurred. There's no time for our physical selves. When I was praying, I just seen us running out the door, grabbing something. Just grabbing something off of the counter, old donut, old Pop-Tart, a bag of peanuts, just grabbing something and running. That there is no time for ourselves. I tell you, honestly, on Saturday, I just needed to go for a walk. And I share with you all here that often when I go for a walk, I think I need to be working out. I'm trying to lose weight. Every time it's a vigorous walk, I got to get it walk. That's not what I needed. On Saturday, I needed a mental health walk to clear my mind of everything that was going on in the mind. We were trying to get ready for Father's Day, trying to pull that together, trying to head up a team, preparing to preach, preparing a word, taking care of my grandson. It was my husband's Father's Day too. I mean, it was just so much that was happening with no margin. That the only thing that I wanted to do, y'all, I promised I wanted to break out and do a Forrest Gump and just run and be running and still be running on this morning. I would have still been gone on this morning with the way that I felt. I really did. I'm like, you can't do that. You cannot do that. Why? What is it? And you know, I know Bishop Parsons like, I already told you. But why? Because there's some things that I cannot do anymore. I've always been the event person at the church. Always. That was just my job. I put on all the events. I pulled in help. I set the team. I did all of the things. I can't do that anymore. Not for where God is taking me. Not for what I have to hear, have to do. Not to sit with people, you know. And in all of that, and I do call it an honor, in all of that was going on, I also had a family that lost a loved one. And so Pastor Sharonda had to go and sit with his family, sit with his mom on this weekend. There's a space that some of this stuff I can't do it. That's a space for other people to be in now. And so like just with all of the things, I'm like, you have to preserve your mental health. I have learned to get it done. I'm going to get it done. I'm going to get it done. But what happens, and my sister told me that her doctor told her this, because her doctor was trying to put her on some type of a medicine or something. And she was like, but I don't need the medicine. I mean, look at me. Look how I'm doing. Look at this. Look at that. And he told her in his doctor's office, he said, I want you to look at the door. And there was a nice wood door that was on the office door where he was. And he said, this door is beautiful on the outside, both sides. Look on both sides. He said, but when you get on the inside, he said, it's riddled and it's torn up. Jesus. They fabricated it and put it together. But if you could open it up on the inside, that's where all of the mess is. Yes. And for some of us, we are looking good on the outside. I've kind of mastered that. I know a few more people that I see here in the comments that have mastered looking good. Never let them see you sweat. Never let them see you sweat. And so you're not sweating on the outside. As a matter of fact, you look doggone good on the outside. But on the inside, your body is screaming for help. 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 Sit down. Go sit down. Help. I need something. Help. Help. Oh, do I have my thing? Hold on, y'all. I got this from Pastor Tara, and I think that I shared it with some people here before. And all of you all who are in mental health, you already know it. But sometimes your body is screaming for help. And there is something that you can do and not just go take some medicine and not just go to sleep. But it's screaming for help. And when your body needs dopamine, oxytocin, serotonin, and endorphins, there is something that we can do when it begins to cry for help, instead of us just saying, I'm okay. I can do it. Just give me a minute. I'm going to get there. I'm going to stop in a couple of days. In a few days. We do that all. I just need to go to sleep. And when I'm able to go to sleep. But at the time that you go to sleep, your body is already jacked up. Your mind is already jacked up. Your emotions are already jacked up. For some of us, if you look at somebody for too long, they're just going to start crying. For some, it comes out in anger. Like, why are they so mad? For some, it comes out in retreat. They got to get out of there. They just gone. Like, what happened to you? They let themselves get in such a space that was all that they could do. But we still looking good on the outside. We still saying, put me in, coach. I got some more. And your body is saying, put me in. You better go sit down. You better go drink some water. You better stop. You better go to sleep. You better go for the walk. You better eat the salad. Don't get the burger today. Your body cannot take the fast food another day. It's screaming out, help. Would you help me? It's saying all of the things. But on my form, it says how the deficiency, and I can't read it all, y'all, but just a couple of things. When you are deficient in dopamine, like when you need dopamine in your body, it brings on, how does it affect you? It brings on procrastination. What? Low dopamine? Brings on procrastination, low self-esteem, lack of motivation, low energy or fatigue. Y'all, we've been calling it every other thing. It makes you feel anxious, feel hopeless, and mood swings when your body is lacking dopamine. How do I increase the dopamine? But you would have to, take time to do it. How do I increase this? To meditate, create a daily to-do list, have long-term goals and just not the short-term. Eat foods rich in L-tyrosine. Exercise regularly. I think that's what I was feeling when I needed to go for a walk. Like I was just like, oh my God. But I think that walk also releases anxiety. And to release that dopamine, also create something in writing, in music, or art. Y'all, we have to be so intentional to take care of ourselves, to build in a margin. And most of this, let's be truthful, we know. We don't know exactly what we need, but we know that we need to do something. We know a plate of green salad, a fresh vegetable, a drink of water, a walk, we know it's good for us, but we don't take time to do it. We don't take time to do it. And for us men and women of God that are serving, we just keep on going. Like, I got to get it done. I got to get it done. Meantime, you just, frazzled. And then we just like, I just need to go to sleep. Mm-hmm. But when you go to sleep, it's restless sleep. You went to sleep, but you wake up tired still. Because your mind is not asleep. Your thoughts are not asleep. It's not good sleep. It's not good rest. Y'all, we got to build in the margin and the boundary. And this is for me too on this morning. This is for me too. Come on and do what God told you to do. The rest of it, I think I saw Pastor Gaines say, you got to get some assistance. I do. And I have some. And so what you also have to learn how to do is delegate to the assistant. Give it to them. And trust that they're going to have it. And preferably you can get some folk that's going to hold in there and remain. That they're not going to run out on you. Well, but I'm here. I can. Who is it? Who is it that can take a licking and keep on ticking? Where they at? Where are the people who can take a licking and keep on ticking? Who can, I'm telling my age, ain't I, Liz? Who can be in their feelings and keep on working? And know that I'm on assignment from God right here. Where those people at? My work is as unto God. And not run out. Brandon, thanks for those who remain. Brandon, don't get me going. Don't get me going, Brandon. Brandon has been one of those who remain. Like you call him and he coming. He be tired. He just got off work. He got a whole wife and family and everything. But he'll come and do it and go home. And not only do those who remain, not only do they come and they show up, but again, that attitude ain't like, all over the place. Man, they got me up here again. Now I gotta do this again. Y'all want me to do this by myself? Or it ain't nobody else? All of those things. All of those things. We have to, I pray, Bishop Parson used to always say, serve well, because the way that you serve people, that's who you gonna get to come and help you. And so she trained us to serve well. Y'all, we had some hard days. We had to have some real conversations. But she taught us how to remain because it's who she is. She did teach us how to not to always do the same things that she does, because sometimes she needs some boundaries and some margin and some rest. And so she's teaching us to do that better than what she does. But for the rest of it, once she says, I got you, she got you. Tired or not, I got you. When she say, I got you. And so I'm learning. Yep, I'm learning that. Okay, let's ride. Let's ride. And sometimes it's to a fault, but I'm all right, because I'm riding with some folks. I'm learning how to say, my season for that is up. I'm learning how to say my season for that. And I can tell, y'all. I can tell. I'm a creative. I am. I'm a creative, and I love creative things. But I can tell when my season for things are up. And my season has been getting up. You all know I had my own company, Let's Make Arrangements. We did weddings, we did conferences, we did events and all of that. And I just couldn't wait, because as soon as I knew I had something, I would just start creating it. Yeah, some of that creativity is just not there anymore. My sisters and I, every season, we change out our houses, every season. We had a whole color scheme and things that we would pull out for spring, pull out for fall, pull out for Christmas. All of that stuff, we would change out all of the colors, change out everything. It's the pole reef that was on the door. I say, okay, reef, you're over, reef. You done withstood the seasons. You're over with, reef. Just not the same. I saw some really nice looking pillows and things over at Sam's Club. So I got them. I need to change them out. I have not changed out the things yet. And I keep saying I'm going to change it, but seasons change. Come on, the Bible tells us that. And for me, my season has changed. I know my season has changed. They're like, well, what do you think about this? I'm like, I don't know. It's nowhere in my brain. It's just nowhere in my brain to come up with a setup, to come up with a color or nothing. But our church is 15 years old. For 15 years, I was the person who did it all. I did all of it. All of the setups, all of the things. What Shani say? You never lose it. You give it to a responsible party to get it out there. There it is. There it is. But this is the thing, Shawnee. I have to give the whole thing over, and that's what I'm learning how to do. Because though I don't have the creativity anymore to do it and the wherewithal, I still want it to be done very great. I still have an opinion. Wait. What is that? No. I still have that. Chantel say it's most definitely changing. I remember, Pastor Betty. Oh my goodness. Pastor Betty. I remember when I was setting up for a conference at New Antioch. We was at the main campus on Las Vegas Boulevard. Y'all, that's how long I've been doing it. That's just been my thing. And I was setting up for the conference, and Pastor Betty was one of the speakers that was there to speak at the conference, and they were having a pastor session. And so I was only able to be in the pastor session because I was serving the pastors. In no way was I was not even a servant leader at this time. And so I'm there working. I was the conference. I set up. I was the event person. And so I go in there and I'm bringing lunch or setting up something on the table. And Pastor Betty grabbed my hand and she said, I see you. And I said, oh, thank you, And she held my hand there. She said, no, I see you. And I wasn't sure because I didn't know who I was. I didn't see me. But she said, I see you. I see you. And I guess God had just given her a glimpse of who I was going to become. Because at that time, it just was not there. And now over the years, again, y'all, 15, 16 years, he's just changed things. And some things, there's a time and a season for everything. Please know that. And here I am these years later that my season has changed. I still like nice things, y'all, but I'm not the one to do it. It's actually straining my brain to even get the stuff done. It's just it's just not there. It's just not. And so I'm like, Lord, have mercy. Oh, that's good. Shannon said, I want us to stop saying it's not my job, but fit yourself in where the need is. That's for a lot of people because they don't know what to do. Now, you can't fit yourself in everywhere because there's a need on the praise team, but you ain't the singing kind. It's a need, but you're not the one to feel that. Y'all know how we are. Y'all know how. That's right. That's right, Miss B. Maturing in the Lord, where we're growing up. We're growing up, you all. And so there's a season, there's a time for everything. And for those to get in place, that's gonna do it. We've done it. Over here at Aliante for years, I said it was either the Rane or Sharonda show or the Sharonda and Rane show because we were doing it. Ooh, Pastor Betty, don't get me going this morning. Pastor Betty said, greater is yet coming, my dear. That just humbles me all the more. Therefore, I have to do what the Holy Spirit gave us to pray. Tisha's like, yeah, laughing out loud. Wait a minute. Wait a minute on the need. Fit in somewhere that you know. But I say that for all of us. We talked about the margins. I might have to bring back the margins. And have a conversation on, because it's always good. And because margins are always something that we should be checking. How much room do you have? And some of us, we just don't have no margin. If one more thing happens, it's going to send us over the edge. It's going to make us late. 1 week with no money and we're going to be put out on the street. You know, there is no margin. One more bad meal and I don't know, you might end up in the hospital because you just have no buffer, no margin. The dehydration is real. Help us, Lord. You can't go no more days without drinking some water. It's that. My pseudo trainer, Leon, Leon says, if you don't use it, you'll lose it. And so we're wondering like, man, why my back doing that? Like, why I don't feel like because you ain't used their muscles. You haven't trained those muscles. You haven't done anything. So, yeah, no, you can't go like you used to go. They was talking about the CGR, that we went on our CGR leadership. They did. I didn't go this time. Y'all see me building in my margin? I didn't go. This was the very first time in 10 years that I did not go on the CGR leadership. My season has changed, y'all. My season has changed. But we always go on a campus tour. And they was walking the campuses, and the campus walk got real. That some of the folks, this was when I went last, that they could not finish that campus walk. If you don't use it, you'll lose it. And so go get walking. Go get your heart rate up. Lord, help us to go get our heart rate up. There's Chantel looking. Chantel was on that campus walk. That they went on for CGR, and that campus walk is real. They said it was some inclines and some declines and all of that. Even just on the campus where they were staying, over at Pomona College with Dr. Avis, they had to walk. Y'all, we not used to that. CGR is used to being in a hotel. And the most walking we do is to the elevator to go up. In the elevator, come back down, get to the conference room. But walking across the college campus, They walk out one room into another and have lunch. They had to walk down to the calf. And so that's good. Thank you for that, Sharon. Sharon say, and don't apologize for your margins. That's good. That's good. Now, and with that being said, some of y'all, well, what, Liz, why is it a back and forth on all of it? Some of y'all ain't did nothing but your margin real thick. You done made sure you ain't even worked up to a margin yet. You in the I can't.
Don't even dare ask me.
You ain't even worked up. All you got is margin. No work. It's you all margin. Now wait a minute. Now you do have to do some work. But it is important that we build in a boundary and that we build in margin. That is important. And so I'm saying that to all of us. God is mindful about us on today, and he wanted us to pray for one another and pray that we don't get caught up in the small things, and that we are able to do whatever we do as unto God. So whatever you're doing, do it as unto God. Mo, no work in all margins. This is just sitting on, I can't. And there's people like that. They are unbothered. They unbothered. I cannot. I won't. And we're like, but you haven't done anything yet. They too busy guard the margin. But we do have to, you all, keep that. And we're going to keep on saying it here. We're going to keep on saying it. Keep on saying it. Victoria said this needs to be an in-person conversation. Laughing out loud. It's good hearing Miss Liz with the responses. Yes. Y'all, told you we're going to have to do a live Monday morning crew one time. We're going to have to, how many folk can we get in the room? But it is for us. And when you need to take a break, take a break. I think some of us get a kick out of going hard in the paint. For saying how hard we can go in the paint. For saying how long, that's it. Liz said a badge of honor. How long it's been since I am arrested. I didn't went this many days, this many months. I did this, I worked, all of that. Y'all, that's, if you have to do it, then it's done. But when you don't have to do that, come on now. Some of that stuff you can say no to. And that's where I was. I really thought about some things I've been thinking about in the last couple of weeks. And when you're sitting in somewhere and you're like, oh man, why am I here? I should have stayed at home. I could be doing this. I'm supposed to be doing that. That you have to know when to say no. That you don't have to get caught up in a place that you're not supposed to be in. You were not supposed to be there. It's okay to say no. Like I can't. And take off that badge of honor, like I did that. I was there. I showed up. No, you didn't need to show up. That's right. Victoria said it gives us a sense of worth. It does. To keep on going, to drag ourselves through the mud, because nobody's dragging us through the mud but us, by the way. Some of the things we do have to do. Like the caring for family, caring for our children, going to work. Some of the stuff that we have to do, but all that stuff that we're doing, we don't have to. We didn't have to do it. But it's something that we always do. But I always show up. But I'm always there. But I'm always, there's that badge of honor that you putting on. That I haven't had a day off in. No, Did you have to do all of that stuff? Did it have to be like that? Or could you have rested? Could you have set a boundary? Could you have taken a nap? Could you have found somebody else to do it? And for me, that procrastination, transparent, sometimes it's hard for me to find somebody else to do it because I waited so long to do it. And I don't want to put it on nobody else last minute. So I just go ahead and do it. Can't keep doing that. That's not self-care. It wrecks the brain. And it wrecks your emotions. And so you all get to your boundary, set what you need to set so that you can get done what you need to get done. So we can do for God what we need to do for God. And you all hear the Holy Spirit give us to pray on this morning, not only for ourselves, but for female leadership. I don't know if y'all had any more names of people. When you think about those that are on a global, worldwide stage, there's some big names that God have just raised up. Pray for them. Pray for them. I know you don't know them. I don't even know her. Pray for them. Just say a prayer for them. Say a prayer for Sarah Jakes, who's getting ready to take this helm from her dad and her sister. Pray for them. Pray for Priscilla Shire. And Liz say, and Crystal. I don't know what platform Crystal has, but I know Sarah and I know Priscilla, they're standing out in front of everybody. They are taking on the weight of the ministry to stand and represent. We have to cover them. Of all races of women, y'all, I'm just, the names are leaving my mind right now. But there's so many of them that are standing like, God has called me to this, and they're doing it. They need our prayers. They need our prayers. We just have to. That's it, Andrea. Andrea said that we are in disobedience. Man, has God been talking to me about that, Andrea. We are in disobedience when we do that, when we don't rest, when we keep on going, when we want to put on our badge and our little cape and all of that. She said we are in disobedience when we do that because we are commanded to rest. We absolutely are. We are commanded to rest. We're going against what God told us when we don't rest. But we be trying to hold fast and I'm not sinning, I'm not doing this, I'm not doing that, but you're still in disobedience because you're refusing to rest, you're refusing to sit down. And I know so many people say, but I can't rest. I got this, that, and that, but I can't. If I don't do it, who else is going to do it? Who's going to do it when you're in the hospital? Right, because rest will put you down. Keep on. That body be like, oh, you're not sitting down? I am. And just sit down on you. And so that's just good. What did Victoria said something? She said, it makes me look at my priorities and determine where my values are. Yep. Yes. It's not in how often you show up or where you need to be in doing, I don't know. Or where you need to be and doing what you need to do. Serving well in my purpose, not just to say I did. That's good. That's good. That's good. And for some of us, we do what Shannon did. That's been me this whole time. I am just going to feel the need. Wherever the need is, I'm going to be there. That's what I did. Oh, we picking up tables? Okay. Oh, we setting up the parking lot? All right, like whatever it was, that's what I did. But now my season is changing. Sometimes there's a season for you to be there and not just to be so selective in what you do that I can't do that. That's that full margin and really little work, but a full margin. But for some of us, you have to know which season God has you in. There was a season where I was everywhere doing everything. I felt like I needed to be. I wanted to support everybody. I showed up. I showed up for the children's event. I showed up for all of it. I was just there for everything. But now that season is changing. I remember one time, because this was when we were on the corner of 2600, they were having couples. They were having a couples meeting. And I'm like, my husband couldn't come, but I was going to show up. I did not need to be there without my husband. I was absolutely miserable trying to be in the couples meeting without my husband. And of course, the director, the exercise that they was doing, they're like, okay, turn to your partner. Look them in the eye. And I'm like, what am I doing here? Feeling so silly, watching all the other couples turn to one another. Look, but I'm just here to support them. You don't need to be there. Get out of there. Know where you're supposed to be at. That's Tiffany Holmes. Girl, you always be saying something good. Tiffany Holmes said this: And we have to learn how to respect our own boundaries if we expect others to. Selah. Ponder that. That is good. Because we often will say, I can't do that. I'm not doing that. My season has changed. And because there's a need, there we go back into it. All over your boundary, all over your margin, everything is broken. And so now it's messed up. I see you, Tiffany, to pray for Jasmine Crockett. I see that name. That's good. That's good. And Sharon say Michelle McKinney Hammond. Yeah. Yeah. And Annette Duffy said, I did share from Vegas. Okay. Yeah. Tiffany Smith Hughes say, somebody come get this cape. I'm tired, boss. I'm taking that bad boy off. We have to. Y'all, and I'm not saying just stop working, because we still do have to work. Come on. We just have to lay out the boundary, build in the margin for the work. We cannot have a season, y'all. So there has to be balance. Let me say that, because we cannot have a season of, I'm going to say just women, because that's who God is talking about this morning, who don't want to work, who don't want to do the work. There's some people that have just retired, and God did not give them to retire. God did not say that you were done, but you won't do nothing no more. What y'all don't, yeah, I'm retired. But there's still work. And some of y'all y'all ain't supposed to be retired, but you didn't decide I'm retired. I got an opinion. Tiffany Smith said this to Andrea. I'm too tired to take the cape to the cleaner. She too tired. Just walking around, Tiffany, that's what we look like too. Just walking around, dragging around that old cape, looking like a busted superhero. We look like, we really think we still doing it though. We still putting in the work, and we don't realize that we're looking like a busted superhero. I'm still doing it though. Can't nobody tell me I showed up over here. I did it over there. I was at the house. I set this up. I went over there. All that stuff that you did not need to do. And some of it is, like Victoria said, it's feeding something in us. Like, this is my self-worth in the way that I show up. Victoria said, I'll just wear it. I'll hold it. I got it. Busted and disgusted. But you can't tell us we ain't. No, we looking good around here. And we looking horrible. But, y'all, we laugh, but it's so true. It's so many of us that are ending up in places. Sharon McKinney say that cape needs to be retired. We look like Linus with that old stinking tore up blanket. Sharon, you can't tell me I don't look good with my cape on. The cape is dusty. Get a new one. Get a new cape for a new season. Come on. Because there's still work to do. But get a new cape. That cape was for an old season. It's come and gone. It's over with. Put that cape down. Just don't even put it in the cleaners. Just hand it off. Put it in the Goodwill. Why? Because somebody else needs to wear that cape now. Somebody else needs to wear that cape now. Let them put it on for a while. Let them be in their season of doing that work. It's for somebody else. But I pray for us. I pray for some staying power. I pray that we can remain and do what God has called us to do. I pray that we don't get in our feelings or whatever. We just fall out and we gone. Sometimes that's the problem in ministry, that you handed it off and then the people, they don't remain. And so now who gonna pick it up? Now you got to go backwards and pick it up. But you got all of your stuff from this season. There's a problem. Bishop Parson preached some time ago, and she and I talked about this, and that's when you're in two seasons. Oh, Steph, you better come on. Steph said that cape that we put in the Goodwill or somebody else that put on, she said, hopefully they can handle that cape. Jesus. Ooh. Ooh, Steph. Jesus. Now that's something right there. And maybe we get in trouble when we try to handle somebody else's cape. Okay, y'all, don't put it in the Goodwill. Let's say just pack it away. Don't. Because we often fall into error when we try to fill somebody else's shoes. You just got to put on your own shoes and walk into that same room and not try to fill theirs. Because that's what we mess up. That's what we mess up. Tiffany Holmes. When is the church service? When you preaching, girl? When you preaching? Did y'all see what Tiffany Holmes just said, y'all? I got two Tiffany's on this morning. Tiffany Holmes just said, yep, that cape is multifunctional. You better come on and preach on this morning. On the back, I'm going to preach this. Hear this. Hear this. Y'all going to hear this again. And I'm going to give Tiffany Holmes credit. She said that cape is multifunctional. What? On the back, it's a superhero. On the front, it's an apron. What? On our head, it's a scarf. For blood and sweat and tears. On our arms, it's to cover our wounds. We have to do better. Capes come one size fits all. Get somebody else to do it. You better come on, use that cape, Tiffany. Man. Wow. Wow. Tarmana says, sometimes it's not the person that owns the cape, but the community that still expects that person to still show up.
That's it.
That's good. Kind of like those of us that pressured Tina and Mike to still perform after we knew that their bodies were failing them. That's good. That's that, Tara, you're talking about that expectation of others. Mm-hmm. Is that it? Yeah. That there's an expectation. But I wonder if it was something in us, something in Tina, in Mike, that was yearning for that thing still. I still can do it. Mm-hmm. That Mike went back for one more. He went back for one more on that, This Is It tour. And I don't know if he was searching for that glory. Oh, come on, y'all. I don't know if he was searching for that glory or was it the pressure to still be who he was? I don't know if they put it on, if he put it on, because we have to be okay. And hear this. When you're transitioning, when you're moving on to something new, when you're not that person anymore, we have to be okay with starting at the bottom. Mm-hmm. That's it. Because when I had my cape on, I had risen to the top. I was the best of whatever I was doing. I was good at that. I was known for that. Yeah. And then, but now when you come down from that, I'm going to start in a new position. You're not known for that. Right. You're learning that. You probably ain't even got no cape yet. Like you ain't got no cape for that. You just stepped in the room. And so nobody's calling your name now. You're not the one now. You started over. Yeah. And Tara said, no, hold the community accountable to see what we do. Everyone plays a part. Yep. And that's where that's that boundary. That to tell that community, y'all, That ain't me no more. I ain't on the stage doing all that, kicking up all that dust and doing that stuff no more. And then for us to be like, nope, because I know that badge, that pride wants to be like, let me see if I still got it. I think that's where a lot of people get in trouble. Let me see if I still got it. And that's where people get hurt. That's where people get hurt. That's where, you see these dads and uncles out there trying to race the kids. Let me see if I still got it. And they go down. Let me see if I can still do it. It's like, just leave it alone. It's not your thing no more. Victoria said, it makes me think now about the people. The ones that are watching you put the cape on well past when you should have retired it. I think that's what Tara is saying. Does your circle have permission to say it's time to take it off? Wow. I've seen that, especially in ministry. And Dr. Parson has said this a lot, that, often in the black church, the people, they don't retire. They have to die out of the position. And so it's past their time to be standing up there and trying to do it. It's past their time. Like they can't even stand up there on their own anymore. And people are still propping them up to do it. Somebody needs to be able to say, come on, all right, come on, Mike, you did it. Tina, girl, you sold it out. You did it. Don't take it off. Take it off. Take it off. That's good. Sharon McKinney said, you outgrew your cape. Oh, y'all better come on this morning. She said, it's like the new fashion and statement. It just doesn't fit anymore, but we still try and wear it. Yeah. Yeah. That's good. That's good. Tiffany Hughes, Smith Hughes. Tiff, I tried it. Tiff. It wasn't the same. It wasn't the same. I still get requests for it right now, Tiff. I still do. I know you do. Tiff said, that brings back memories of people asking me to bring a workout class I taught 20 years ago. Was it 20 years ago, Tiff? She said, I'm no longer that girl. I'm 53, not 30. You better come on. It's the truth. It's the truth. And I remember Tiff. Me and Tiff was in there together. Tiff was the business. When I tell y'all she was hard in the paint, she was hard in the paint. That's where I learned everything I knew to be able to start my own class from Tiffany Smith Hughes. But it's over. I got to go to the gym now and just be a part of somebody else's class. Help me, Jesus. Oh, my gosh. Monique Daniels, because I got two Moniques here this morning too. Well, we got a Mo and a Monique. Monique says, this makes me think of the old men in the club, huh? When I was young, like, dude, what are you doing here? The glory days have long passed you. You're supposed to be in a whole new glory. Please go somewhere. Please, y'all go. And that is for us. Oh, man. Tiffany said side by side. Man, we were there. And now I got to go to somebody else's class. My best workout now is a walk. Huh? I keep on threatening that I'm going to get out there on the pickleball court. Me and Monique Johnson and Patrice, Bree, we keep on saying that we're gonna strike out there and get in some pickleball. I think that is something that we might be able to do. Yeah, and do it. I think that might be fun. Sometimes it's just over. Some people still, but it's a transition, y'all. It's a transition. And what are we transitioning into? What are we graduating into? What are we being promoted into? We don't have to be promoting into rocking chairs. I mean, come on, I'm not saying that. That's it. Come on. Come on, Tara. Tara Manor says, I tell you what, when I start running up on curbs and bumping into trees, somebody take my license. I may not be happy about it, but take it. Right. Right. You gonna get somebody hurt or hurt yourself. Patrice says she ready. She ready for that pickleball. That's right, Brandon. Come on. Yeah, we can get us a little team, a little tournament going. On there. Liz says she got some biofreeze for these knees. Victoria, you coming to the pickleball court? Huh? Bree say, let me get my tennis skirt ready. Y'all, we gonna have to really do it because we've been talking about this for so long and now it done got hot. But you know what? Over at Doula, all of the gyms have a free, what they call it, open court in the morning, most of them. I know that Pearson and Doula got an open court for pickleball, but at Doula Gym, you can rent the pickleball courts. I think some of the parks too. I'm saying Doula because they're indoor. They're indoor right now. Oh, Victoria, your husband say you coming. You coming to play some pickleball with us. Somebody tell me that was at CGR because they took pickleball paddles and ball. Did y'all play pickleball at CGR? Y'all when y'all went over there? I don't know if she did. I don't know if Chantel. I don't know if they were Keats. Sharon said, I'll just bring the ice packs and plenty of water for us. We're going to report back here Monday morning, crew, as soon as we get the pickleball in. Victoria say, help me, Lord, now. Patrice had up a little video. She sent me a little video of her playing last week, and she looked like she was having fun. But it was a, what do you call it, a recreational pickleball. When you get into the competitiveness of pickleball. Oh, Pastor Tara said, nope, they didn't. No ball. They didn't have no ball over there. I thought I saw them pack up some paddles, but they didn't get around to it. Yeah, I think that would be so much fun. I think that would be so much fun, and it would be so in line with what we're doing. She said some kids wanted to, but they really didn't have time. Patrice said it was so much fun. Y'all, let's have some fun and get in shape. And all of those chemicals that we need in our brains, almost all of them, if you exercise, it helps those. Almost all of the four that I named, all of them, if you exercise, they're going to be released. Patrice said, let's do it this week. Y'all, let's find the courts. I know that Stephanie said that there's some outside pickleball courts near her house. At Doula, you have to reserve the court. I don't know what other parks. We can find out. I got some folks in the Parks and Recreation field here for the city of Las Vegas. And so I'm going to ask where the outside courts are. Because, again, across the street over here is a tennis court. Mm-hmm. And I don't know if on the tennis courts, if they could just draw another line and make them pickleball courts.
At Galaxy Park, around the corner from myself and Champaign, there's a pickleball court, but it's outside.
Oh, okay. So Liz says there's one near, and that's near here. Mm-hmm.
Victoria and I.
Chantel says she purchased a set, the net and the balls. Oh, you got the net? Well, you're going to have to try to set up the court. Yeah. Patricia, I get off at 5. Let's go. We're gonna have to be outside. We have to be ready at 5 because it's still 100 degrees at 5.
Stephanie said she has all the equipment.
Oh, Steph got all the equipment and okay, we're gonna have to set it up. Steph, you have to rent the courts over there by you? Y'all coming for real? Let me take down some names. Victoria, take down the names of the people who's saying, oh, do you, Patrice? Patrice says she have a pickleball court where she lives. That's not far from here. Oh, y'all, okay, we in there. We in there. Let's just go get in a couple practices before we really think we killing it. Don't turn into Serena and Coco and Venus up there.
Andre Agassi.
We need to name the retired players. Oh, so Steph said all the paddles are different. The lighter, the more professional. Well, we better start with the heavy.
Sharon said I'm serving.
Oh, but Sharon said she gonna be serving up some water and snacks. More time my way, let me get my hair braided. Okay, put Tisha's name down, y'all. We gonna have us a little tournament here in a minute. I love it. Well, you know what? My family used to play tennis. Well, we played volley tennis. But we would go to the tennis courts at the high schools. And right there at Cheyenne, but Cheyenne had at least 5 or 6 courts. And so we were all able to be out there and play at the same time. Oh, Carrie said she was just talking about her tennis skirt yesterday. See, y'all want to be cute. The rest of us gonna be out there looking like. But I agree with y'all. I agree with looking good while you work out. I want to look good. Pastor Tara said, is pickleball easier than tennis? I don't know if it's easier, Pastor Tara, but I do know that it's played on a shorter court. So that you don't have to do all of that running because the court is not as big as a tennis court. Good morning, Jaylani. And the paddles are a bit smaller. Yeah. Victoria says she take it out. Taisha says she a cheerleader. Taisha, why are you cheerleading? Taisha, why? I know why Sharon is saying that she's not going to be on the court. Why are you not going to be on the court, Taisha? You can't get out there either. And Shannon. No, Shannon, I'm asking you the same question I said to Taisha. Why you not going to be on the court? She said, I'll bring the water. No, you on the court. Taisha on the court. Who else? Sharon, the only one that's getting a bye so far because I already know that Sharon's not supposed to be out there doing that. All right. Mother G says she gonna help Sharon. I'm going to allow that. I'll allow that. I'm going to allow that. I'll allow that. Okay, Monique said, y'all coming. Victoria, you got the days? Because Monique Daniels says she coming. Monique Johnson talking about she got to get her hair braided. Oh, and then Steph said you can play partners. Steph, I don't know if we ready to play partners. We're going to be running over each other out there. Chantel, put Chantel. She is down for chairs and she'll be on the court. That's both. No, Raquel, if Raquel is going to be on the dance team at halftime, she will also be on the team. Raquel will be there. That's it. Taisha say, out of shape, get winded too quick. Taisha, that's everybody that's saying put me on. I don't know. Let me try to see who been working out. Who on here been working out on that list? Brandon? I don't know who else been working out. Steph Cepeda been working out for sure. I don't know who else. Chantel say this body need a break. Raquel, Sherry, she don't get a bye. Raquel's gonna be out there with us. Raquel probably been working out. Y'all coming? Okay. We're going to set up a date because I got everybody's number who said they coming. And Patrice said that pickleball was easier than tennis. It was easier. I keep saying I'm going to go to Doolittle, but you don't get to, it's open court. It's like on the basketball court up at Doolittle. So if that comes open, you could end up playing somebody else. And I'm like, I don't want nobody mad at me because they know how to play and I don't. Like, what's she doing out here? We need a beginner's court. But they do set those up in the morning and over at Doula. Y'all know me. I'm going to go and get some in before it's time to go out there with everybody. Oh, you have herniated disc. See, if you got injuries, you can't come out here. Patrice says she don't work out, but she does watch her husband work out. That's right. Steph said I usually play at night because it's nice and cooler. Y'all, we coming up there to play. We coming up there to pray and play. I think that'll be fun. Y'all, it's going to help us. And I think it'll help us want to go if it's fun. Right? It'll help us want to go. Tiffany Holmes says somebody may want to have some oxygen tanks. Right. Mo says Sunday evening or Monday evening. That would be good because that's when Mo's off in the evening. Y'all think y'all want to go after church on one Sunday? That would be fun. That would be fun. That would be fun to go after church because we ain't doing no after church but going to eat.
That's all we do.
Everybody like what we going to eat. And so we could go play some pickleball and then have a salad or something. That's right, Victoria. We're going to need some prayer too because we don't need no injuries. That's right. Chantel said, you was right. We coming up there to pray. Oh, my goodness. Oh, Raquel said, I don't work out. I can't breathe good. That's why we going to go, y'all. We going to get these hearts pumping. Get some oxygen in here. We're going to do good. We're going to do good. It is time. It is time, Patrice. It is. Let's do it after church on Sunday. What Sunday's coming up? Fourth Sunday. This one might be a little tough unless y'all really willing. We got an all-staff meeting after. But still, the sun will just be going down. It'll be not going down, but it'll be cooler. It'll be time for us to go. Mo said we need shirts. M.M.C. pickleball crew. Mo, let's just see who goes show up first. Let's just see if it's going to be anybody. The only way you can get a shirt is that you got to show up at least 3 times. If you want a shirt, you got to show up at least 3 times before you can get a shirt. Yeah. That's it. She did. Mo Steph said you started this. Rhonda Stewart said if it's indoor, and Rhonda, we going to need a scorekeeper because, we going to argue about the score more than anything else. We going to get in. Sharon say, trade in your cape for a shirt. You got to keep your cape, but you can get a shirt. The Monday morning crew, y'all, we good for starting some stuff up. But we just started some good stuff up. So we'll take it. We'll take that. The Believers Prayer Conference started right here on Monday morning crew. Follow Me to Womanhood, that didn't start here. That started with the pastors at the church. The Book Review Club did start here. We've had some things that started right here. It's time for us to do another book review group. I think I got a book.
She said it's a conference, Mom.
It's a conference. Don't say it's a conference. Don't let Carrie hear it. Don't let Bree hear it. Because now we got a whole pickleball conference. Oh, Shawty, no, Shawty talking about she had scored. No, ma'am. Shawty, you got a paddle in hand. Not a conference. Don't say you can't say conference on here because it'll be.
People be out there on the court.
Right. Bree, I think because this is a place of prayer, I know we talk about everything here, but because this is a place of prayer, I think the book that I want to do is Pigs in the Parlor. I've never read it.
Oh, wow.
I've never read it, and I'm trying to get my mind right for it. But I think the book that I want to do next is Pigs in the Parlor. Oh, come on. Bree talk about how to pray and play the conference. Y'all better come on. That might be something. We're going to have a break at the Believers Prayer Conference. Our night sessions are going to be at the pickleball court. Therefore, we have to get a place that has a court.
How to pray and play.
That's good. Fit for prayer. Come on. Okay. Y'all, now all this going to be in my head. We're going to have to come up with something. That's Chantel said, let me go find my tennis shirt so I can be ready to look cute. That's all I got for you. It ain't gonna be no cuteness out there because you got to get on the court. Carrie say, I'm here for all of this. Whatever we doing the book. We got a pray and play conference.
Yeah,
That's gonna be fun.
that's gonna be good. Believers prayer conference, pray and play. That's good. That's a good seed. That's a good seed. Because that'll teach us how to rest.
Now we didn't went all the way over somewhere. Steph said that's going to be temple in our mature ages. Absolutely.
Yes.
That's going to be the new temple out there on the pickleball court. Shawnee, she said a walk on the strip, now pickleball. Yes. I think that would be so much fun at the conference.
I think it would too. That's a good seed.
We're going to have to think about it.
Good seed now. That's good.
That's it, Crystal Daniels. She said she done made a shopping list. Shopping list. Pickleball paddle, tennis skirt, pigs in the parlor. Yes, yes, and yes. Brandon said, I need some of the husbands to come out too. David, he used to come and play tennis with us. He might come on out there, Brandon. Carrie said, conference is my new favorite word. Liz is my co-host. My co-host for today's episode of the Monday Morning Crew has been Liz Sanford. Oh, Chantel said, all jokes aside, I'm there. I'm playing. Let's set it up and see. Steph, how many courts are out there? Patrice, how many courts are out there? At yours and at Steph's. Is it just 2 courts? Or is it more than 2? Oh, Victoria said the book is sitting in her cart. Y'all, we're going to have to get it together. That's gonna be good. So all right, y'all, we on 7%. Y'all know what this thing is doing. Okay, Patrice said just 1. Okay, so it's just 1. So only 4 people can play at a time if we're playing doubles. Steph said I have 4 or 6. So it could be 4 games happening at one time, Steph? Is that what you're saying? But they're building a new one right there at Sky Canyon Community. It's almost done. If it could be 4 games happening at one time, is that what you mean? 4 courts, or each side is 1? Because if we could do 4 at one time, that'll be good. We could all play, and we're not waiting to play. That would be good. And I'll find out how many we can do at Dula if we want to go on a Saturday morning or something like that. Oh, she said Ian can fly his drone and take some pictures. Yeah, that's going to be good because why? It's going to help us to build in some margins. And so as we prepare to go today, a couple of things that the Holy Spirit gave us to pray. Do not forget to pray for women that are in leadership, that are in ministry. God gave us to cover them. On today. That's good, Steph. Thank you for that. For you to build in your margins and your boundaries, to take care of yourselves, especially those of you who are serving, intercessors, those who are praying. You got to be able not to just be covered up by the junk of things, but that you can get to what God really is calling you and having you to do. What is God giving you to do? What is He calling you to do? Know what season you're in. As we go into a time, and I pray that some of us can come into a time of fasting and prayer. I know that a couple of the girls told me that they were coming into a time of fasting. Pray about what season you're supposed to be in. What should you be doing right now? In all ways, not just ministry, but in your life. What should you be doing? Build that in. What is your season that you're in? And so pray for that so that you can hear what God is saying. Y'all really go on from here in prayer. Don't let this be the only place where we talk about it and then we don't do it anymore. As you're watching TV and you see those ministry people that are on those worldwide stages, pray for them as they come up, as people in your community. And hear this, whether you like them or not, pray for them. If you like them or not, they're still on that platform. They're still serving. Pray for them. Pray for them. And yourself, the intercessors. Y'all, we're in a real serious time. And there's, Pastor Betty said it's a critical time. And I know that we're going to go ahead and have fun and play pickleball. We have to. And we also have to come into a place of seriousness when it's our prayer time. Do the work and then build in that margin to have some fun, to have some downtime, to laugh and work. Yeah, we're balanced. Try to find it. I don't got time to talk about balance, but Pastor Keith said something real good about balance. Some of us are so busy trying to stay even in balance that we don't get the work done that we're supposed to get done. And what he said is sometimes balance is, I'm heavy right now on work. I got to get the work done, so I'm heavy on that side right now. And so I might be a few weeks heavy on this, or it looks like I'm out of balance. But what I'm going to do is as soon as I can, I'm going to balance this back out, and now I'm in a rest mode. I'm in a rest mode for some time, and so that's how I just keep on maintaining the balance. Not that I try to stay straight line all the time, because most of the time that don't work. But if I'm heavy right here for a little while, I can balance that thing out. You know, if I'm away from my family, my husband for a little while, I can balance it out. Now I'm going to get some more extra time with my family, with my spouse. You know what I'm saying? And so balance don't have to always like, I'm not doing that. That's going to take me out of balance. You might have to come a little bit, but then you just bring that thing back up by countering what it is that you need to do. I love that he brought that point out when he talks about balance. So, all right, I'm at 2%. It's going to cut me off at any minute. Y'all, this is the Monday Morning Crew. Y'all, we be praying and playing pickleball. All right.